Okay, Noswitha, good evening. We've got Rob Page, the Welsh manager. Who wants to go first, please? Geraint, thank you.
I think your smile says it all.
Yep.
Just tell us how satisfied, I know you're happy, just tell
Yeah.
us how satisfied you are with the way that worked out for you, the way the team played.
Yeah, really satisfied. It was uncomfortable at moments of the game, but when you're playing against good teams, Geraint, it doesn't always go your own way. We wanted to start the game fast, come out the traps, and we certainly did that with an early goal, which settled us a little bit. Understandably, good teams then take control of the game and they come into it a little bit, and we didn't quite get the press right first half, so we addressed it at half time, made a couple of changes, and I thought that made us better second half. And then getting the early goal to start the second half definitely helped by giving us that cushion as well. And on another night it might have been 5 or 6.
Can you maybe just explain why speed hurts oppositions in football? Because you used everything at your disposal tonight, and you've got to prove that.
Yeah, and that's taking nothing away from Kiefer not starting the game, because he's a powerful runner like he showed us in Armenia. He was the one running the channels. When you've got the biggest selection headache I had tonight was the top of the pitch, as it was well documented, reported, and it was a hard decision to make, but I knew, having looked at the analysis, that pace would hurt them. The good thing is as well, people like DJ coming off the bench is playing really well at club level and scoring goals, full of confidence. That's why he comes on and has the impact he does. That's why Nathan Broadhead comes on and has the impact he does. Kiefer, it's a different profile player. They had a different challenge to deal with. When you've got players playing at club level and playing well, it's great that they, on the hour mark, you can look at them, get them on the pitch, and they add value and change the game for us.
Who are you looking at that game that's maybe stepped up a notch again? We've talked a lot about the transition of development. You want players to become better and better, more consistent. Who can you pick out from tonight that has just gone another step in the right direction?
Ethan, on his 50th cap, 23 on his 50th cap, I thought he was immense. Young JJ as well, let's not overlook what he's done. He's a young lad, stepped in, not had that many caps. So in a high pressurised game like that, for him to go and give that level of performance again was incredible. Harry Wilson, Brennan was a constant threat, and Brooksy with his finish. We knew exactly what we were going to get from H and Brooksy in the pockets. We wanted to get them on the ball, and we wanted the threat of Brennan in behind, and thankfully it worked.
In terms of the way you approach Tuesday, I'm sure you've done some work prior, hoping you're going to win. I think the obvious one, it was more than likely to be Poland. How much do you feel you've got to change things now ahead of the Poland game, or did you have a plan in place already?
Yeah, we've done analysis on Poland and Estonia, because you have to, you don't take anything for granted then. And we have already looked at Poland. We know they'll pose a different threat to tonight. It'll be a tough test for us, but what more motivation do you need than one win away from the fourth major tournament? So the boys have been incredible all week. They knew the importance of that going into the game tonight, and they'll be ready on Tuesday and up for it.
How do you get ready for Tuesday? It sounds like an easy question to ask, but in the previous experience of playoffs, you've had that gap. You haven't had a huge amount of a gap. What do you have to do now in these next few days?
I think we're in a different position, Geraint, if I'm honest with you. I think the gap in the World Cup playoff suited us because we had senior players that weren't even playing at club, and in Aaron, in Gareth, and that gap in between helped us. If it had been 4 or 5 days later, we might have struggled a little bit. And that's nothing against them. They were senior players that weren't playing at their club and not training as well to any intensity. So now we're in a different position because we've got a younger squad, we've got a fitter squad, we've got players that are playing regular. So it's now getting eyes on them in the morning, getting a recovery session into them, and then back on the grass on Sunday with a game plan ready to go Tuesday.
And just how pleased, you knew at some point I was going to say the name Aaron Ramsey. How pleased are you didn't have to use him?
Well, yeah, because look, he was always going to be a part of my squad. I'm gobsmacked as to all the hype around it. If I've got a 1% chance to get Aaron Ramsey in my squad, I'm going to put it. Not just because the quality he gives us on the field, but what he's like in the changing room, in and around the place. So it was a no-brainer for me. But the difference is the tides have changed now. We don't need to get him on the pitch. It would have been nice, but we don't need to because we've got people like Nathan. And that's when I said the other day, it's disrespectful to the other lads we keep talking about. We've got Nathan Broadhead, who's playing at the top of the Championship, playing really well, scoring goals. You know, Brooksy, outstanding. H in the Premiership. Kiefer, Brennan. So we've got competition for places. So we'll, yeah.
Just a quick follow-up to, I think, a question I asked you the other day on to the transition development of the team. Is this what you wanted to see?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's still more to step up as well. So I keep saying it's a work in progress. I think everybody can see what we're trying to do, and we've given ourselves one hell of a chance now to qualify for another major tournament. We're one win away, and we're going to continue to evolve the group. But within that, there's a lot of senior young players as well, if that makes sense. With Ethan, 23, 50th cap. DJ's only a young lad, 50th cap. So cap accumulation is really important to us. So I thank the previous managers before that give Ethan his debut so many years ago, and we're reaping the rewards of it now.
Just a quick one. When did you find out the Poland result, or was somebody keeping you? Do you care about things like that? Do you care about?
No, we can't influence that. They were favourites to win the game, so it's fine. We just worry about what we can do. And I said to the players before, we don't care who's outside. We don't in the most respectful possible way. We don't care what team's outside. At home, I think that's 20 out of 23 games unbeaten at home. The supporters play a massive part, so we don't care who comes to see us. We'll go toe to toe and have a go.
Next question. Yeah.
Thanks.
No? Oh, yeah.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll know, no doubt, Poland has won 5-1 against Estonia, and Lewandowski didn't score. Does that pose any kind of threat? Because it must be your task now. You must go to the Euros. It's not good enough to play against Poland and not get through, from your point of view.
We're up against a tough team on Tuesday night, so we'll respect that. We'll do even more analysis tomorrow, and we'll have a plan ready for Tuesday. But it's about our level of performance. And like I said to you, when we play like we did against Croatia out here, we play like we did against Turkey out here. If we can replicate those levels of performance, the result takes care of itself. It's a big ask for the lads to go again on Tuesday, but we'll have a plan in place, and there's no more motivation needed than a Euros to qualify into Germany. We've been there, we picked the hotel, we've got the training ground, we're ready to go. We've just got one more game to get across the line.
Dav?
Rob, when you mentioned how players are now playing regularly,
Yeah.
younger, fitter squad than you had against Ukraine.
Yeah.
Do you think you're in a stronger position now for this Poland game than you were going into that Ukraine game?
Good question, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I think, look, when you lose somebody of Gareth's ability for the Ukraine game, of course you're going to miss it. But then you have to balance that out with some of the young lads that we've come in. They're gaining experience as they're learning as they go. But we are in a healthy position right now because we've got everybody playing. And like I keep saying, DJ comes on and has that massive impact. That's what you want from your subs. When you make subs, you want them to come on and have an impact on the game. And he's certainly done that and thoroughly deserved his goal.
Well, just
I-
on Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
How much has he kind of thrived in that space now? Obviously, with Gareth used to play. He's come in and he seems the last few games to really be sort of taken off.
Yeah, he loves the way we play. I've brought Jack Lester in, who's the forwards coach, and the way we're asking him to play, to be connected at the top of the pitch. H loves it. He loves that role. He loves getting on the ball in those pockets. We like the threat that we've got with Brennan and behind with pace. There's not a defence in Europe, I'd say, at this moment in time that want to play against Brennan with his constant threat, and the intelligence of David Brooks as well in the pocket. So all three of them love the way we play at the minute. They're relishing it, and I think it shows. And H in particular has done it consistently in the Premiership, plays a similar role for Fulham, and yeah, they enjoy it, and you can see that. You can see that they play with smiles on their faces.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Diolch. See you
Thanks very
Tuesday.
much. Cheers.
Thank you.